Close your eyes. What can you control?
My movements. My thoughts sometimes.
What else?
My breath.
Can you control me?
No.
Can you control who watches this?
No.
Can you control how many views it gets?
No.
All you control in life is what you do. And this is paradoxically how you become successful. So it is the people who focus on the outcome of their actions that get screwed by it.
What would you want to tell your younger self in one of those moments, especially knowing you've got that around your neck right now?
I actually wouldn't tell my younger self a thing, because she's going to figure it out herself.
Because you can give the person the answer to the question that they're asking you, and they will not hear you. They will not hear you. In fact, they will argue against you. But if you get that person out of that emotional state, they can hear that information. So
you already know what things you want to do. Gary, I can't find my passion. Yes, you can. Every one of you can tell me what you love most. We all know. I will never believe anyone that says, I don't know. No, you're scared to admit. You will be far more scared to wake up one day and say, why didn't I go for being a piano star? Whatever it is, be a cook. You will be fearful of that so much more than your sister or your uncle or your best friend laughing at you when you stop doing what you're doing and you go for this thing.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. If there is something that you feel is good, something you want to do, something that means something to you, try to do it. Because I think you can only do your best work if you're doing what you want to do, and if you're doing it the way you think it should be done. And if you can take pride in it after you've done it, no matter what it is.
You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear.
If my self-worth is dependent on my outcomes, then even if I achieve what I want, then oftentimes people don't feel great, even if they live up to their expectations, right? It's like 1 million, and then I need 2, and then I need 3, then I need 4. If you are relying on accomplishments to determine your self-worth, it will never be enough.
Yeah, taking breaks are really important, but for me, it wasn't even really a break. It was just shifting and doing something different, which I think is equally as important. And yeah, I mean, to gain new perspective, you need to experience new things. It's really simple, but it's hard to realize that when you're kind of in a cycle.
It's a selling job on you. It's possible. I can do this. I can make this happen. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Yes, your dream is possible. Say that to yourself every day. Feed your mind with words that you write and words that you hear and words that you speak to yourself. Feed your faith, and your doubts will starve to death.
We think people judge us by a single success or failure, but they don't. If you mess up one meal, no one thinks you're a bad chef. And if you have one great idea, no one thinks you're a genius. People just aren't thinking about you that much.
If you're focusing on what other people think about you, you won't really live your life how you want to live it. You won't have that sense of independence. You'll be completely dependent on what other people think or what you think other people think about you. But in reality, people just don't care. People are more worried about how they appear to you than about how you appear to them.
I didn't doubt myself in the way of somebody else knows better than me for me, or that, I'm an idiot or I'm not worthwhile or anything that. I guess I had the benefit of I grew up with a lot of love. Like the people around me love me unconditionally. And so that just gave me a lot of confidence. Not the kind of confidence that would say I have the answer, but the kind of confidence that I will figure it out and I know what I want, or only I am a good arbiter of what I want.
Yeah, that level of self-belief, I suppose, allows you to determine what is it that matters to me.
Just be yourself, and yeah, you could take inspiration. That's always important. But at the end of the day, take some time for yourself. Spend time alone.
But you're looking at yourself kind of through the eyes of someone else because you don't feel like you in that moment. You're so uncomfortable that you can see yourself. That concept is called metacognition, right? So a lot of times people wait for that crisis or the diagnosis or the betrayal to go, oh my God, I got to really change because I'm really unhappy, or I can't blame that person or my past or my circumstance because and nothing's working here. I got to really start making those changes. So when they see themselves separate from their program. They're becoming conscious of their unconscious self. That is the first step to change. Now, I say you can learn and change in a state of pain and suffering, which most people like to do, or you can learn and change in a state of joy and inspiration, right? So could you be defined by a vision of the future? And could you get up from your morning practice, actually believing in your future more than you're believing in your past? So from that elevated state where you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, from an elevated state, instead of a self-limiting state, you can be conscious of that old self as well. And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone. I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe.
Until you love yourself and really have self-acceptance along with self-awareness, until that happens, you will not have nice days. You will have anxiety. You will have down days. You will struggle. Here's what's so fucked up and amazing about this. You get to decide.
Treat yourself like you're someone that you care about.
If I spoke to my friends like I used to speak to myself, I would have no friends. So what I started to pay attention to was how I spoke to myself out loud and in my head.
And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone.
Have you ever done anything mean to yourself? Well, it's very important to look inside yourself and find that loving part of you. That's the part that you must take good care of and never be mean to.
Despite the fact that you're not all that you could be, the proper attitude to have towards yourself is the attitude that you would have towards someone that you genuinely cared for, and that it's incumbent on you to act as if you genuinely care for yourself. You make the world a much worse place if you don't take care of yourself. So you should bloody well take care of yourself.
When I start off my day by investing in myself, I set the tone for the rest of my life, and everything else falls into place because I've set a precedent that I'm important, that I'm worth it, that I matter.
It's our intention. Our intention is everything. Nothing happens on this planet without it. Not one single thing has ever been accomplished without intention.
So I need you to be comfortable in your own skin. I need you to be comfortable being you. And I mean the authentic you, because you keep trying to shame yourself into being better. You keep trying to shame yourself, thinking that's going to ignite your flame of change. It just doesn't work like that. That's not the solution. So you got to love yourself into evolution. You'll be amazed at what the universe conspires to make happen for you.
Thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience.
You know, it's like in life. You've got to have a little sadness once in a while so you know when the good times come. I'm waiting on the good times now.
Until you love yourself, nothing will happen.
Because that's the part of you that allows you to love your neighbor. Respecting and loving your neighbor can give everybody a good feeling.
So you got to love yourself more right now. Starting today, make the commitment to loving yourself more. Make the commitment to believing in yourself more. Make the commitment to showing up for yourself more.
A lot of people look at investing in yourself as taking care of yourself as selfish. I actually think it's the most selfless act you can engage in. Because if you're no good to yourself, you can't be good for anybody else. And so by working on yourself, by improving yourself, by valuing yourself, You literally make every single person in your orbit, in your circle, better. Imagine the global totality. If every single person in this world focused on their health and their happiness, how much better the world would be in just 30 days. If people could just put themselves first for 30 days, and like I said, focus on their health and their happiness, in 30 days, we'd see a remarkable change on this planet.
If you do talk to yourself out loud, and I do, make sure that the words are loving and supportive and nourishing. Start the work of being your own best friend.
That's the thing about being an individual. It's the thing that Western civilization has always recognized, that as an individual, you have a light that you have to bring into the world. And that if you don't bring it into the world is a dimmer place. And that's a bad thing, because when the world is a dim place, it can get very, very, very dark. And so it's not just so that you feel better, not just so that you're a #1 lobster, none of those things. You need to take care of yourself because you're in the best position to do that. And it's necessary for you to take care of yourself. Despite the fact that we're mortal and vulnerable and self-conscious and capable, you still have that responsibility.
Love yourself into evolution. Feel good about you. Know that you are here for a reason. Know that you are here for a purpose. Know that you are great. Know that you are amazing. Know that you are one of one. Know that your flaws are just part of what makes you incredibly you. You're imperfectly perfect, just like everybody else. And that's a beautiful thing. You are an unbreakable spirit. Your worth is astronomical. Don't try to shame yourself into being who they think you should be. I need you to love yourself into being who you want to be. And never let another person's approval be your key to happiness.
But there are times when it is okay to be selfish. It is okay for you to start doing for yourself what you have been doing for others. It's okay to invest in yourself the same way that you have invested in others. There will always be someone who needs you for something. But it's important for you to recognize that you also need you.
We have to start deploying self-awareness. If you leave here and start your process of really knowing what makes you happy, of who are you really, if you could stop chipping away the voices from the outside, if you can start figuring out what you're scared of, if you want to actually do something, even in the light of the picture that I'm painting right now, who are you scared to fail in front of? The reason so many of you are not doing what you want to do is you're scared to fail in some. You need to eliminate that and/or own that fear and put yourself in a position to succeed. Because with all of this, we are now in the greatest era.